guys, welcome to the final episode of Homebody.
We sure hope so.
It's gonna be. I'll make it happen.
Hey guys, so this is the finale of Homebody, which is awesome, and we had such a good time playing this game, but unfortunately we lost about an hour and a half of game footage. So I just finished going back and playing sections and trying my best to match it up to the game. I didn't get a couple of dialogue things, so I added them in myself in editing, but I did my best to make it a solid video still and to make it make sense. If there's weird little timing issues or things like that, like blips, it's just because stuff got lost. We also lost our mic audio, so I'm sorry about that, but it's a really cool video anyway, and I hope you guys still enjoy it. See you in the video.
Oh, we have to solve this puzzle.
Yeah, we do.
Immediately we have to solve this thing.
So we have 62 that we need to get it to, but 26 clicks to do it?
Yeah, we have to immediately go there.
God, this is gonna be hard. I haven't thought about it at all since the last episode, and I thought about it so hard last episode. Now I'm just like left over defeated.
So we have 26 pumps.
And 62 PSI to get to.
And we have to get to 62.
Look at her walking with her head down, all defeated, like she has something to be embarrassed about. Girl, you are all by yourself.
Yeah.
Pump up that confidence. Think your way out.
Shoulders back, chest out. Okay.
She opens the door like,
Okay, so these are the only two that can switch. So she's definitely doing these.
oh, okay, so that's 50.
That's immediately 50.
Yep.
So, and these are equal to 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So 50 in 10 pumps. Yeah. So let's do 10. Yeah. No, let's do. So 10 pumps. Let's do. Oh god, my head hates this. 10. Look at you. Yeah. 10 equals 50. 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's using. That's 22. Yeah, divide 10. It's 5 for 20. Yeah, divide 10 and then 20. Right, thank you. So if it is 2 here, and 6 it's 5 for 10 over 2. 10, 5, oh, and that'd be 55, 60, 62. That's 140 pumps. I think I'm trying to go out. So 10, 20. Yeah, okay, 60. So get that. Oh my god. Okay. That's right. So we have to do these. So it's 5 10 pumps. Yes. Make 50. You don't have 50. And down all time 50. We have 62. We have 26. Is that 62, right? I think 62. Yes. Whatever. We got to read the last two. It's fine. Let's go. I hate that time ticks by as this is going down.
I'm wrong, sorry. I'm like super wrong.
It's okay. That is okay.
So annoying. We have to reset the frickin' pump.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have said to do that. I'm so sorry. I forgot you have to go all the way back up.
It's not that hard.
Yeah, but it's a waste of time.
I feel like it's staring me in the face and I just can't think right. Alright. Go up the steps, Emily.
Proceed further.
Emily Elizabeth.
I'm getting so irritated at this puzzle because I feel the same way. It's like clearly there's like one way to do this, and I'm thinking around every single other option.
Other way to
and
do it,
I can't figure it out.
And then it's an even 20 pumps left. 6. Well, that makes no sense. That makes no sense. That'll be too many. Because if we use all of this, that's 75. So let's say we do 6 over here, and we do use this one. That's 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26.
Just by using these 3 short ones alone, we're at 75, which is more than what we need.
Yeah. I'm just gonna try something. I don't think it's right, but I just want to see what happens.
Closer than we've been.
So we still had
6,
4.
4, 3, 2. So just do 3 more pumps up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So put it at 9. What's that noise?
Oh, you know, just the creepiness of the house.
Seriously, it's like, it sounds different.
It sounds like things are here, is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
And it was happening even when we were on the pause screen.
I think that was Cliff.
I hope so.
No, it was Gary.
Gary!
Okay. How'd you go to the garage?
Gary!
I remember one time they had this thing on Nickelodeon that was like, how to laugh like SpongeBob.
Really?
And I think it was Tom Kenny explained how to do it. Because Tom Kenny is the voice of SpongeBob.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, they were like, laugh like SpongeBob. And
Yep, he's killing.
gosh.
It is 9/11, my friends. Make a wish.
Oh!
Hope he doesn't kill you.
That's the power out.
Alright,
Come on.
here we go.
Okay. And leave it at this one, right?
I think so.
Let's try it.
How am I wrong?
I don't know.
I don't understand how we're still wrong.
Okay, but that opens that. Okay.
You think he can kill us in a pause screen?
Honestly, if he could, I would find it hysterical.
Yeah.
If we don't move, we're stuck in time, but that thing still moves.
Yeah.
I would honestly not even be mad, because that's just super scary. Because it would show that he, like, supersedes time.
Oh, we have to go back. We have to go back to the bathroom.
Oh, really?
This puzzle is not solvable, which is why we're having such a hard time. The way that it is right now.
Okay. We might die first.
Yeah. Which means Pete would give us the solution after the guy.
Ah!
Does he have a knife or scissors? It's a knife. I wonder
Is
if
it,
you
or
can
is
just
it half
like,
of
get around
scissors?
it.
I just wanted to look at it for a while. So its arm is bandaged so that it's up. Don't get me.
Yeah, she saw us.
See
She
what I mean?
knows.
It's bandaged up,
Yeah, I see.
like across. It's weird. Okay. So it's unsolvable?
It is unsolvable the way it is right now.
Okay.
So Pete may tell us all of
Pete's
this.
about to tell us.
Hi, Emily.
Hi, Pete.
Maybe you've noticed that the big pump in the basement always puts out a PSI that's too high. If the big pump drains all the fluid from the main tank in the garage, you need to change how much fluid is in the tank somehow if you want to reach the required PSI. Do you want a bigger hint than that?
No.
I believe in you. See you later. That's why it was giving us such a hard time. It was like, this is not possible. It's not even like we're stupid. That was not possible. We just couldn't figure out, like, what else would be the solution.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going back in here?
Yes. And we need to do this one first.
Okay. 8, it needs to be 12. So, 5, 10. I don't remember what the solution was to this. I'm just gonna try something.
Good job. Alright, so you've taken 12 away from our high PSI.
Oh!
That's why when I was looking at the puzzle, I was like, that's not right. Because I was counting like the amounts and everything as far as the math.
Okay.
So we've taken some of the required liquid into a different pump. So now our PSI doesn't have to be so high.
Oh, okay.
Apparently. And we're already doing that here when we open this door.
Am I right? What? I'm forgetting everything now. Like, I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
Apparently not!
That was wrong.
I don't even remember where you need that one to be.
29. It's 29.
I've not had to think about it at all because you've just done it right every single time I don't pay attention.
Yeah, my brain stopped. What's the answer to that one?
Do you need me to look it up?
No, I can figure it out. It's 29?
Yeah. Did you reset the one in the bathroom too?
No.
Okay.
That should have only reset the below ground level ones.
Okay.
Needs to be 29. Yeah, look that up. Okay. My brain literally stopped working. Oh, okay. I'm better now.
Are you better now? Did your brain turn back on?
I think so.
Dude, I've had moments like that, and it's like, I'm not stupid. I literally just cannot latch onto that thought.
Okay, so now we're at 18, and we need to get to 62. Okay, now, let's think about this.
That is possible. Yay!
Yeah!
You did it!
Oh my gosh.
Yay! Liquid me down.
Ah.
Nice job. Gamers! Oh my gosh, we're gonna die. We're gonna flood the mall.
I was gonna say we're in the mall.
So you've decided you want to live forever? We die in the mall. A generator.
Generator. Guess turning this thing on adds a unit of power to the accumulator. Kind of freaky being here in this mall again.
Yeah, you think?
Kind of freaky that this mall exists under this rural house in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, you think? You
Yeah.
think it might be a little connected? Is there literally nothing else to look at down here? Look at the silly chicken!
Look at the silly chicken.
I want to look at the silly chicken.
Let's look at the silly chicken.
Caw! A toy surprise! What is it? Put a coin in me and something.
For a surprise thing. There's one of those at a place where I used to go as a kid called Wright's Chicken Farm.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude, it was family style. You would get French fries, pasta, like shells in red sauce,
Nice.
and whole chicken, like a whole chicken's.
That sounds delicious.
Dude, it was delightful, and I will take you there if I ever get the chance.
Was it up in Rhode Island?
Yes.
Beautiful.
It was out in the, oh gosh, he's probably already here, which means I'm not going to be able to get up to the accumulator.
You might be, but do you think that the generator will stay like on and the accumulator will stay powered?
Yes, because I'm pretty sure the one in the outside stayed on.
Somebody died.
Yep.
Somebody else died. It sounds like they're close together. There goes the power!
Did you see that?
I saw that. That might be a friend.
I really don't think it is.
Think it's Francine? No, I definitely saw it.
It was no one, apparently. Okay,
That's a new door. Oh, that's not a new door.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm stupid.
it's just the attic.
Please don't let that thing be up here. Okay, cool.
Okay. I think I need one more generator.
So what have we turned on? What?
It only has one, which sounds like opening this made something break downstairs.
Oh, apparently that was forgotten. S-T-A-Y.
Yeah, but those are numbers. Oh, please don't be here when I round a corner.
Yes, so ring 3 is going to be 1, I almost guarantee, because A, B, C, D, E.
I'm gonna look at something real quick. Is there anything? Ugh.
If anything, that looks close to the pattern that we had to put in when we were downstairs in the water. Slenderman.
So yeah, we have to turn these on every time.
Stinks.
That's not too bad. Hey, the thing. It's
That
the
is
thing.
the thing.
There's a broken piece of glass on the ground. It looks like there are letters on it, but it doesn't spell anything. STUVWXYZ.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at the lamp. WDW. So,
How do we turn them around? Like the hokey pokey.
so it's ST. So,
STUVWXYZ. I got it.
the T is in the second spot, so I think we have to turn up there. I think we have to turn it to 2.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Because we have to make it spell stay.
Right.
Because that was the clue we got. Examine pyramid first, though. Is this the pyramid Francine threw?
Yeah!
What is this doing here? Is that blood?
It's a power source.
hope Francine is okay.
Yeah, I hope Francine is okay. I didn't even think
Literally,
about that.
never are they okay. So this needs to be an S.
Uh-huh. S.
So that's 1. That's going to be 1,
Yes.
I think.
That's
So
a
1, 2.
T, 2, A, 1.
So 1, 2, 1,
Y. It's going to be
6.
7. Y, and Z. Isn't there 8?
W, X, Y, and Z.
S, T, U,
I guess
V,
you're
W,
right.
X, Y.
Yes,
7.
you're right. I'm nervous, though. I'm nervous.
You're nervous?
We're so close. I want to finish.
Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 7.
I'm clicking frantically.
I think they can hear it.
Nope.
Are we wrong? Do we have to fix the ring first?
Oh god, we're wrong.
S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. And there's 8 per ring, right? We saw 8 on all of those. So S is 1. S, T is 2. And then A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Was that what was on, or H? Was that what was on the last string?
Maybe. I have to go see if the ring's changed.
I'm a little upset. Monster's been showing up before the power goes out at 9:15. So we've got a
Exactly.
freaking go time.
That's why I'm booking it. I'm also opening all doors so that later I can get a quick getaway.
And
if
that
need be.
pyramid has nothing to do with us.
2 and 4, top and bottom. 2 and 4, top and bottom.
You got this.
Wait, do I have to do?
What?
I'm gonna have to do the bathroom first, aren't I? Every time.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna let this thing kill me. We have an order of operations.
First things first, go to the bathroom. Then go downstairs and turn on the generators. It's like, we're just trying our best. I'm really enjoying this game, but I'm really frustrated how long this end part is taking because we know it.
Yeah.
Except for the lamp. It's like every piece that you have to figure out every time though is a little bit of a hassle. I don't know how you remember that crap.
You saw what happens when I don't.
I know.
Like with the pumps, my brain just flips off.
It's just like, I'm sitting here with you and I could not tell you what that code was from 4 or 5 episodes ago, which we filmed 2-3 weeks ago.
But you gotta think about like the fact that I have typed it in 50 times.
I guess. You've typed in a bunch of stuff though.
We're so close. We're so close.
You gotta figure out the rings though. Do you know?
I know that. I looked up the code.
Okay.
Bottom line, it came down to it that I was like, I'm either going to have fun and enjoy the end of this game, or I'm going to hate everything. Yeah, something broke. My sanity. Come on.
Were we too late because we missed the lightning strike?
So that combination extends the lightning rod. It looks like this thing is set up to gather power from the lightning Frankenstein style. Sadly, it's not going to do much since I extended it after the lightning strike. Maybe next time. You've got to be... Okay, so we have to do that first. Hey!
Woohoo, big summer blowout. Warm flush. Come get me.
This is it. This is the one.
It's the final countdown. That was beautiful. I'm a big fan of what just happened. I really think we should go on tour.
Guys, if you want to go on us to go on tour, is this 2?
If you want us to go on tour.
If you want us to go on tour.
Yes, it's 2 because you need to get 12.
Yeah. And it's 7.
Here. Yeah. Okay.
It's already 7:13. Oh my gosh. Ha! I forgot that part of the wall broke.
You thought the killer was just gonna be like, hooah! Outside of the wall. They're in the walls.
Go watch Layers of Fear. That one's really good, and I think anyone that likes this game would probably also have an interest in that one.
You are correct. Anybody with any interest in us should have an interest in that game.
Honestly, that's the thing. Like, that is probably, right now, like, one of our best playthroughs.
Maybe not the last 2 episodes, but those are because the game gets really good. And
Yeah.
our personalities were squashing the personality of the game.
Episode 4 or episode 2.
Yeah, real bangers. Every once in a while, we play one of these series where it's like kind of like, oh good, a fun game we're enjoying, and then it's like, man, we had a good episode.
Yeah. Okay, So that extends it, Frankenstein style. Now once it strikes, there'll be a unit of power for the accumulator.
Yay!
I'm mad that I didn't think about that. Like, I'm mad that they said that in the game and I was like, oh, I'm stupid.
It's okay. We all have our stupid days. I have a lot more stupid days than smart days, so you know, life happens.
Okay. Open the door so that we have a route later. Oh my gosh,
Why did you break your back to open the door?
She's a little nut.
She's a little nut. She's a little nutty. And the killer's right there. Hoo-ha!
Francine has been reduced to a pyramid.
Up 7, swap your ends. See, that one I know. That one I paid attention.
It's because you solved it. Like, you knew the solution to it, so you had to make sure that I had it right, so it was, like, sticking in your brain. Unlike my brain, which is seeping out of my ears.
Oh, I love the long walk in the Mall of Death.
No. Let's beat the current! Beat the current! Emily!
Emily! Start cutting some corners. If you can phase through a wall, you can dodge a dodgeball.
If you can dodge a corner, you can dodge a ball.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. My favorite insult from ever is in that movie. He's like, you're about as useless as a poopy flavored lollipop. I think that is the funniest thing anyone's ever said. Yay!
Emily. Francine! I didn't mean to scare you. What are you doing up here? The lamp in the study broke. Again. And I knew you were up here.
Have you been reliving tonight too?
We need to talk before you do something rash, Em. There are other things we can do. Other options.
What are you talking about?
I mean, for God's sake, Emily, look at that thing. Do you really think it can solve all your problems? What other choice do we have? You think you know how to get us out of this? No, Em, I'm telling you neither of us do. Maybe there is no way out.
Maybe you can just try.
I think I first clocked it when you convinced Cliff to get on your good side. I couldn't believe you had managed to get him out of his sulk. And for a moment there, I had a glimmer of hope that this was progress for both of us. That maybe you would help me figure out how to get us out of here. But nope, you're still you. But I'm begging you, don't let it come to this. Why trust a weird old man and his weird old machine? Listen, I don't want this fight to end. I want this to stay ugly because it's something. But we need to get out of here, Francine, one way or another. We don't know what it'll do. It could ruin everything. As if everything wasn't already ruined enough. This could be the end, Emily. Watch out! Francine! I'm sorry!
Oh.
Oh,
Here we are.
that's us.
Beep. Another fine mess you've gotten yourself into.
I don't like your expression, Pete. Go to hell. Pete could be pretentious sometimes, but he didn't talk like the goddamn Great Gazoo. Ness made it sound like you're not really you.
And you're gonna trust him? You took the time to turn on his machine. Look how good that did you.
Seems like it worked out okay. I'm still here.
Barely. You can't keep coming back like this forever. Turning on the accumulator almost bled this place dry.
I thought the accumulator created this place.
The accumulator couldn't create crap. It's a wooden box attached to one of those static electricity machines from the Science Museum. At least it was. The decades of obsession Ness put into it turned it into the ticking time bomb. The raw energy of it almost killed this place.
So, if this place dies, what happens to us? Do we get set free, or what?
How do you define free?
Don't start with me.
Truthfully, I don't know. The strength that's keeping you here is giving out, but so's the strength that's keeping you here. When that strength is finally gone, I don't know if you're no longer here or if you go out with the rest of what's here. If that makes sense.
It makes about as much sense as any of the rest of this stuff.
Right. I don't think I'm going to be able to talk to you again after this. I don't think I'll be able to do anything after this.
That's fine, you creep me out.
Since there'll be a quiet moment before the thought... It's quiet, right? Since there'll be a quiet moment before the thought of the house intrudes again, do you have anything you'd like to know? Ooh. We can ask a question.
I wonder if we can ask both or if we can only ask one.
If we can only ask one, I'd like to know what's the thing that keeps killing us. Where did that come from? What is the story?
I do too, but I'm also really curious. What is the thing that keeps killing us?
It's a symptom, a side effect. So are you. Though you have a little more sense of self than the homunculus does. There you go.
Who are you, really?
For all intents and purposes, I'm Pete.
For real, why are you helping me?
Like I said before, why do you think I would want to hurt you?
Because you've had me and my friends trapped in a hellish memory with a meat monster that keeps killing us?
I didn't create the house. I didn't create you or the memory or the meat monster. These things just flow through me.
Ah, so you're a chakra.
I don't want any of this for you. I don't want anything. Ah,
If you didn't create the killer, who did?
I don't know. Entropy?
What is up with all these evasive answers? I can't believe Nest was more forthcoming than you.
Fair. This guy knows nothing. Nest just has a way with words, I guess.
Yeah, he uses them. What happens to you now?
I don't know. That one's a little beyond me. There's a threshold I'm aware of. I can hear it. I can barely hear anything else. I'm really scared. I'm not ready to cross it. But I don't have any choice. Still, it was good while it lasted. It was nice meeting you.
Shucks.
Alright, I feel like I'm starting to fade. I don't have the choice not to bring the house back again. The house, all of you, that night, the gravity of it is too great. Greater than me.
Why?
I don't know. Seems pretty pointless if you ask me. It's been created and destroyed and recreated before. But this time it's taking longer. I don't know how many more times it can happen again. Take care. Alright.
Ooh, it's dissolving.
It's all going away.
Oh.
It's the house. Look at the windows. It's the bars of energy.
Heh.
Man, girl.
Weird. Francine! Hey! Hey.
When is this?
This is after the last time, I think, because that's when she got the head wound,
Yeah?
right? I'm about to head out of town, and I didn't want to leave without checking in on me. Yeah. Do you want to come in?
She looks smaller. I think this might be before she left and moved.
Yeah. So I think that was like, it's one of the prior times because she talked about getting a head wound at one point, like falling off a rock or something. How's your head? Oh, it's fine. I didn't even end up spending the night. When I got home, I passed out like immediately, but I kept waking up. Something about being told you could die in your sleep really gives you fitful dreams, you know? Anyway, the doctor said I could sleep, so I've been working at it all day. I've got my sleepy time tea, should be fine. She just said to avoid caffeine and, like, strenuous mental activity, I guess.
Thinking hard.
Gosh. Francine, I just wanted to say that hold on. Are you here to apologize? You feel sorry? For what? I don't know. I guess just watching you falling, I couldn't help but think I could have done something about it. About what? A fiberglass hot dog collapsed. I got a concussion. It wasn't the end of the world. She fell off the hot dog?
Mm-hmm.
I really thought that hot dog could hold our weight. I did too. You could have broken your neck. But I didn't. You came with me to the ER. You were there for like 3 hours. People have aneurysms, sometimes hours later. People hit their heads going up the stairs and die after a week with no warning.
Oh, thanks. Good help.
Emily, you seem really worried about hitting your head walking upstairs. This is not the first time I've heard you talk about this. I remember you having a better handle on this stuff. What's going on? I think I might be experiencing some cognitive decline. What are you talking about? I don't know, I think I'm just in town to see some shooting stars or whatever, a meteor shower, and I'm stuck in this part of the process where my friends and I are like strangers. The ice never breaks. I can't get through to anyone. Some kind of masked freak. We're stuck in a time loop and keep living. Find out the house we're trapped in is all made out of meat.
What?
I like this one. Then some kind of masked freak shows up and starts killing them. Killing them over and over because we're trapped in a time loop in this stupid old house we rented. It's so absurd that I start to think it must not be happening. I assume it just has to end somehow, that it was never real in the first place. But no, there is a masked killer, and it's some kind of Groundhog Day thing. But then even that isn't true. It's some kind of nasty fake reality we're in. I don't know, and I'm like, is there just something screwed up about me? Did I do something to deserve this? Like I created that thing, didn't I? Willed it into being? Or is this just in my head? Am I unconscious in a car at the bottom of a ravine? Did I slip in the shower or something? Emily, you can't. The worst thing about all this is I don't even know if anything is special about it. Maybe this is just normal disillusionment. Emily, we're trapped in a time loop and there's a knife-wielding monster that keeps killing us. Ugh, I know. It sucks. And it's my fault. Your fault? The alternate reality and the murderer? How? I'm obsessed with this. The past. I can't let it go. I mean, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Like the hot dog thing. It was stupid. Yes, blindingly, astoundingly stupid. But something about this night. When I left your apartment, whenever the hell this actually happened, I remember the look you were giving me. Like, future uncertain, anything can happen stuff. And I screwed it up. Hermed myself away and didn't talk to you or anyone. I let it all slip. I lost my best friend over nothing. After the night at the hospital, I told myself I wasn't gonna depend on anyone else ever again. I wasn't gonna caretake or be taken care of. I went all in on me. And when I saw you again at Nest's house a year later, I realized it was working. I guess I wasn't angry, didn't feel passionate about not having heard from you. It was just a matter of fact. Oh, Francine, you don't have to apologize. I'm not apologizing. I did what was right for me. I decided I wasn't going to give you or my dad or my landlord, who needs to come inside my apartment for a half hour to tell me he's raising my rent, I decided I wasn't going to give anything more time or thought than I could spare. I did everything I could. I started waking up at 6 a.m. every day, meditating for an hour. I upped my therapy to as many times a week as my insurance would allow. Then when I lost that insurance, I found free counseling services and did that as much as I could. I put all of my energy, everything I had, into the thought of a future where I felt whole. Since you weren't there to carry me, I decided it was time to self-actualize. I made a full-time job of just trying to be happy, and I'm still not. It wasn't enough to maintain. The yearning's still there. There's a sense that whatever used to make life magical is gone now. You can't remember what it was, so you invent things. It was a video game you loved, the Halloween bucket from McDonald's. Or maybe it's a plan you make, some future time where you imagine you'll feel exactly like you used to. The reality is, things are changing, but nothing is changing faster than you are. The days are shorter now, and you're in pain, and there's somebody with a knife coming for you. Don't hit your head on the stairs. I'm so goddamn sick of living in the past. That sounds pretty healthy. Then why does it hurt so much? Not everything feels good all the time. So, we're not really here, are we? I don't think so. We gotta figure out how to get out. Ooh. I think the house trip was probably a long time ago. I think so too. It feels like an old bad memory. It feels good to be able to talk about it. It does. Crap! Ow, 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 ow! Oh my god! Are you okay? Nah, it's fine. I'll get a towel.
Girl.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no!
Did we not realize we also had our own head wound?
I don't think we did. Ow. Yeah, ow. Guess it's kind of pathetic that we weren't able to let any of this go, huh? Yeah. I wonder when this even actually is. The present, I mean. It's sad if this is happening like a year after the trip to Nest's house. Way sadder if it's like 5 years later. Or if it's been decades and this is hell. Pretty boring hell. We're gonna die in this place, aren't we? Probably. I mean, permanently. For real this time. Probably. What? 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 Attic, main bedroom, study, bathroom, living room, dining room, foyer, kitchen, garage, cellar, waiting room, art studio, flooded room. Oh no! Gary. Megan. None of them exist. Hey Cliff, where are you?
Like plant parmesaning.
Oh, there's flies everywhere. Okay, you don't exist either. Let's go find Francine. Francine! I hope you didn't reduce to a pyramid again. Nope, you're here. She's here. Francine! Hey, Emily. So, we're back. Yeah, I was kind of hoping we'd just, like, wake up in our bed somewhere. Free from this. Same. But, hey, we're not dead. Guess we have to figure out how to get out of here for good. Let's try. By the way, I'm sorry about that business in the attic. The fight over the accumulator. Francine, you know you don't have to apologize. I mean, Jesus, I didn't know what I was doing. That thing could have killed us. Yeah, well, it didn't. And at the end of the day, what other options did we have? Sure, Pete, whoever Pete is. You were talking to Pete too, right? Yeah, at least it looked like Pete. But I don't know, it's like he's busted or something. He used to be a little more him. Since you showed up, he's gotten fuzzier. Anyway, Pete said that turning on the accumulator at full power almost killed this place. So I'm thinking, why not just do that again?
We just have to do it all again.
About that. Maybe you should go check out the attic.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Let's just go this way. Okay.
I thought the game was over.
Same!
But I was gonna be sad that it like ended it like, oh, we died. But also like I didn't think we would have to puzzle the house again.
No, me neither. I'm really hoping we don't.
Swing that door open, girl.
Oh, I think the game's over.
That's a change. We could stare at the void.
Stare at void. Jesus, what's going on up here?
House is falling apart.
That thing that's been growing in the sky, it's not the moon. It's some kind of hole.
It's the white hole.
So much for turning on the accumulator again. What are we gonna do? There's a yawning void sucking in everything around it. We're gonna be next if we're not careful. I feel like you should just let yourselves be next.
I don't understand. What are we supposed to do?
I'm just gonna go talk to Francine. You saw the attic? Yep. What the hell is going on up there? I think that the full moon that's been above us this whole time is actually some kind of void.
Yeah, we said that.
And it's getting bigger as this place dies. Crap. What are we gonna do? So, there's a giant void in the sky that's slowly eating this place? Yes, and when you put it that way, it does seem really bad. I don't know why I'm trying to put on a brave face. It's really horrifying. I keep trying to be brave about it too. Kinda hard to be lighthearted in a situation like this, though. Pete made it sound like this place, the version of the house that we're in, even the places from the past that we've seen lately, they're all part of some greater being. A living being? One that's dying? Yeah, and as it dies, the hole in the sky is gonna get bigger and bigger until there's nothing left. Francine, this is so screwed up. I hate it. Have you seen the others? Oh, God, yeah. With the hole in their faces? I hate it. One night, all of a sudden, they were just gone. Here, but checked out. Ugh. I saw the same thing happen to Laura once. We were talking, and I think I pushed her too far, and then, poof, she was gone. You're lucky you get here late. I'm here alone with them for like a whole day.
Aw.
Oh man, I keep forgetting you get here before me. That sounds horrible. For a while, it was kinda nice. It was good seeing them at their high point. Over time, the longer we were stuck in this place, a pall kinda fell over the whole thing. I hated seeing them get down on themselves. Now it's kinda peaceful, if in a creepy and unsettling kind of way. They're quiet. They're like this the whole time before I show up. Yeah, for me the loop starts on Friday night, as soon as I step in the door. The other kids are here too, unpacking their things. Now they just stare at each other, going through the motions like they're chatting and having a good time. But they're not. Jesus. It sounds like it was worse for Nest. One time he told me he was alone in the loop for what felt like years, waiting for us to show up. No wonder he seemed so exhausted. I hope he's okay now. So do I guess. So what do we do now? The accumulator may have been crap in the end, but it was something. Without it, I don't know what we should do next. Well, there is one more thing I can think of. An idea I got from Nest. From Nest? So you were talking to him too, huh? For a while, yeah. It wasn't always Pete in between loops. Nest really loves to hear himself talk. He does. Once I started to realize he wasn't a mad scientist, that he was just a struggling artist, I kinda softened on him. Then once I figured out he wasn't actually a struggling artist, he was like a rich, pretentious fraud, I really don't know how to feel. Eventually, I figured out he was full of hot air and started saying so. He didn't tackle that too well. Then he stopped showing up to the house. He didn't take that too well. Then he stopped showing up to the house. I feel bad for him. He's sort of pathetic, isn't he? I love you guys. I want to know what to do. That thing, the creature, the killer? Wait, what do we call that thing?
The homunculus.
Zippy.
I thought that was hilarious.
I don't know. Zippy.
I like it.
I guess that works for now. Let's maybe circle back on something else later, okay? Anyway, Zippy starts every loop in this creepy old elevator. You've seen that, right? Yeah, it brings Zippy up to that crawl space next to the bedroom on the second floor, but it's impossible to get inside up there. Right, and it passes through the little waiting room next to the cellar at some point during every loop. Yeah, and where the hell does it start? Just like someplace far beneath the house? Why would the killer be on that elevator in the first place? Ness told me about it once. Well, he didn't actually know either, but he said that he figured out how to get inside. He said it had something to do with the waiting room, some hidden sequence there. He said he got it open himself once, but that he was too afraid to go inside. He thought it could end this whole thing, that it could solve the mystery of the loop, if not escape it outright. But he said he was too much of a coward to do it himself. At least he was being honest, I guess. Yep, either way it seemed important, like Zippy was coming from there for a reason. So we need to ride down that elevator ourselves? Guess so. Okay, well, I guess we better figure it out ourselves. I'll check the waiting room. Let's focus on the task at hand, okay? We have to figure out how to get out of here. Got it. Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay, we're going to the attic.
Yeah, okay. Why are we going to the attic?
Because we have to, based on the piece of paper that was in that suitcase, put lights on and off throughout the entire house.
Oh, and we do that via the attic?
Well, there's one in the attic. We have to flip the light switch in here. Okay. Attic is on. Okay.
Okay, so the light and the dark of the colors of the squares represent lights.
Correct.
What do the arrows represent? Which way to go in or out?
Yes.
Yeah!
Okay. Where? 2?
Basement would take us up 1, and then 2 takes us all the way up. Okay.
Okay. Notes to myself. Package. Package from Francine. She sent it like the week after I moved. I kept meaning to open it. This is Laura's room. Okay, examine the desk. Cleaning this area up was a lot of work. It was like pulling teeth, but it felt like a good first step. Like the rest would follow. That's the picture that Cliff talked about with all of them riding on her back.
Mm-hmm.
It's an unopened package from Francine. I let it sit for months.
There's sticky notes everywhere.
Yeah. Nothing in here. Okay. Examine sticky notes. Sticky notes. They're all from me. Some of these are really passive aggressive. In retrospect, these seem kind of excessive.
What's up with the door?
Yeah, it's getting funkier.
The house is made of meat.
Examine scissors. Half of a pair of scissors. There's some blood on the blade, like somebody cut themselves breaking them apart. Examine mail pile. A growing pile of mail. What a mess. Francis, I'm so glad that... I just unloaded all of my boxes of books. I gotta give you some of these because this awful reading habit of mine makes moving miserable. It's crazy that I can be doing work and know that within 5 miles you're puttering around doing your thing. Congrats on the real actual book you illustrated, by the way. I know that was always a dream of yours. So proud of you. Look at us, 2 adults with jobs and apartments in the same city. Come check out my dinky little apartment. I want to see your dinky little apartment. I want to see Laura again. Let's go to the museum or the movies or get drunk and play pinball. Love, F. Uh-oh.
Light be fading. Laura's gone.
Laura is gone. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. Anything this way? Nope, just meat room.
It's all falling apart.
Oh god. Examine scratches. Scratches. Scratches? Was that thing trapped down here? Examine trash. Yeah, that's the head of it at one point. A bunch of torn up sheets and bandages and paper all torn up and mixed together. Was Zippy living here? It's kind of pathetic. More scratches. That thing, Zippy, just kept banging at the walls, trying to get out. Uh-oh.
He just wanted to be free.
Emily! Sorry about the mess. I don't think it's this bad in real life. Where'd Zippy go? It has to be looking for us, right? Not anymore. It saw the door was open and made a break for it. I don't think it liked being here either. Things are going wild up above. You should see it. Up above? We can't go back up there. You'd rather take your chances out there?
I don't know if I would.
Good point. Huh. It's not a wild, classical, haunted house anymore. It's just a house. Just a normal house with a normal attic.
With a fully decorated Christmas tree.
Yeah, after you went down the elevator, I kinda lived and died a few more times, and... Geez, really? Yeah, don't worry about it. But every time I came back, it seemed like the house was changing. It got a little smaller, less colorful, a little sadder, more like I actually remember it. Let's take a look around, I guess. Knock yourself out. Parker, I'm watching the sun set over the lake as I write this. The garden I told you about has finally begun to pay off. The zucchinis are just beginning to flower. My tomato plants are bearing big, misshapen fruit. My basil has come in a bit wimpy this year, but it does just fine for a light caprese salad on a night like this. I think back on the dinky little garden I tried so hard to cultivate in your side yard that summer. where everything I planted was choked out by that single rogue watermelon vine, and how we checked on that wayward little watermelon every day, joked about the seed spitting contest we'd have when it was grown, and of course those rat bastard squirrels beat us to the punch. When we found that hollowed out rind, you were crying laughing, and I was just plain crying. Such a silly thing. Speaking of silly things, have you heard from any of the old gang lately? You'll never believe it, but I find myself getting lonesome out here in the middle of nowhere. I'm sure you understand the feeling. It is a joy to live alone, yes, but I find myself missing the sounds of poorly picked guitar in the early morning, the inexplicable clunks in the bowels of the house, the smell of the damp cellar mixed with clove cigarettes, the art projects, the experiments, oh, the conversations we all had just sitting on the steps outside, arguing about nothing. Kids sometimes come down to the shore off my property and smoke grass. The smell drifts up here and drives me crazy with nostalgia. They believe they're being sly, and I'm happy to let them think so, just so long as I can enjoy their distant laughter and fun. It makes me miss you, and that house and those people very much. I wonder if we could corral all the old folks back together for some sort of reunion. An exchange of ideas, as we would have called it then. It would be lovely to see some familiar faces again and do, well, whatever it is we aging punks do with ourselves now that we're no longer cool or relevant. Not that we ever really were, anyway. So, enough of my navel gazing. Are you well? What are you working on? Tinkering with? Is that cat still hanging around your back door? Do you have any books to recommend? Please drop me a line whenever you find the chance. I do so love to pick that strange brain of yours. Warmly, C.
Clara.
Yeah. Oh, is that them?
Think so.
Clara, I found these while cleaning, and since I'll be around the post office today, I wanted to take a moment to send them to you. They're from another time, but somehow I still think of us as these feeble lines in the hands that drew them. Parker. Aww. Guess this is an old Grubsoft game. Looks scary.
I hear the birds a-chirping.
Examine accumulator. A wooden box with a switch and a light bulb. This is the accumulator, I guess. From before Nest's obsession made it a messed up mad science machine. Can we go downstairs or? No, okay. So I guess when we're ready, we just flip the switch on the accumulator? Wait, that's the accumulator? It looks like a closet. Yep, here it's just a totally normal, creepy old pseudoscience box. Jeez, why not give it a try, I guess? It worked last time. Yes, what happened to the others after I left? The other kids? They all disappeared. Not long after you went into the elevator, they were just gone. And then the elevator came back up and Zippy got in and went after you. That's when the house started to change. What do you think happened to Nest? In my heart of hearts, I think I'm kind of charmed by him in spite of everything. I want to hope he got older and wiser somehow. There's a letter over there from Clara. The tone is like she's a little older and wiser herself. Sounds like Nest got back in touch with her at some point. She's not replying like he's a preening, obnoxious jerk, so I guess he did something right. That's pretty heartening. Clara seems genuinely interesting and sweet. I feel weirdly attached to this idea of her, which might just be Nest's idea of her. Speaking of Nest's ideas, did you read his doofy sci-fi? Oh yeah, very bad. I can see the pamphlet now. Are you at risk for becoming a baby man? See anything interesting in the sky? No, you don't. Go inside. The drawing on it is of, like, an old cigarette ad-looking guy with lightning shooting out of his eyes, like an old prog rock album cover. And the drawing's bad. And the drawing is really bad. I miss you. I missed you too, dummy. Even if he only had a little time left, I hope that after all this, he figured out how to stop being a shut-in. I hope that after all this, I figured out how to stop being a shut-in. You're never too old to have figured anything out, I guess. To have not figured anything out, I guess. I always thought you had it more figured out than me. Well, I'm glad the elaborate ruse of my entire personality worked. I'm ready to go. You sure? Yeah. I am too.
I like the hopeful option.
The middle one? Or the top one?
No, the top one.
It was good seeing you. No, it wasn't. Escape the house for the last time is the achievement we just got.
Yeah. Man, we got a lot of mail.
Emily?
We walked outside.
Yay.
And that is the sun. Hopefully. Girl, you gonna burn your retinas out.
Yeah, don't stare at the sun too long, hon.
It was all in her head.
Hey! Yeah!
It was done.
That's it! Oh, man!
John Green.
John Green.
I bet it's a different one.
Yeah. That was awesome.
I really enjoyed that game.
I loved that a lot. Honestly, if you guys enjoyed this game, please go check out Dead Secret on the channel. It's
It's very similar.
the base of it, the pseudoscience of it is very similar. So if you're into that, check that out. But this was so good and so interesting.
I had
and
a lot of heart.
It had so much behind it. Like, I don't want to try to think about what it all is supposed to mean or anything like that, even though I have my own thoughts on it.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, a lot of it is supposed to be playing into, because it's got all the triggers for, oh my gosh, all the wave files that they used, all the sound effects. They're, whoa. But it had elements of OCD, depression, anxiety, and you felt those throughout the writing, even if it wasn't thrown in your face like somebody who didn't know what they were writing about, who someone was just like, oh my gosh, that makes me anxious, and like, oh my gosh, it's gonna make me so scared. But like the OCD of it all and the way that it felt throughout felt very much more like natural and what you do encounter as a person who struggles with any of that. Yeah, there it is. Anxiety, OCD, and depression. It's body horror and violence. But it felt very much how you feel either living with pieces of that or anything like that. Like, personally, I've never been diagnosed with any of it, but through my own personal research and, like, other people, I know that I have symptoms of, like, an OCD type thing. And it's something that, like, I try very hard to keep in check. I have anxiety, but just, like, I don't know if it's actually, like, anxiety. I just get anxious. But it's just crazy to see it, like, it's not crazy, but it's crazy to see that somebody can write it so well and so naturally that you feel like you're in this world and you're like, oh, like, I get it. Like, that actually makes sense to me, and I understand where they're coming from with it.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, the main thing that I really understand is when she's talking about how she's thinking of these things that, like, they didn't happen that way. They aren't gonna happen that way. Like, it's that those circumstances probably won't ever happen again. It turned out fine, but she can't help but feel the fear and anxiety of, but what if they didn't?
Yeah.
Like, I will have thoughts like that. My only qualm with it was the direction changing.
Yeah.
And that's just a mechanics thing. I thought it looked really good. I thought it had a very good vibe to it. I thought that the graphics, not being VHS where, like, you can't see anything, but, like, still being older, looked great. Did you like it?
I did. I liked it a lot.
I'm talking a lot. Please give your thoughts.
I liked it a lot. I found, like, a lot of the same, like, elements of storytelling and how they definitely delivered how the character felt and what they were dealing with in a very realistic way. I really liked a lot of it. The only thing was, like, right here at the end, it was like, oh, yeah, you're gonna have to do all of that so fast.
Oh my gosh.
And we've made things so much harder for you. Which is, like, it's the building of a good game. I'm not gonna fault it for that, but it was was like, oh my god, at the end when you've already figured out so much.
For real.
Like me personally, I would not have been able to play this game because I can't remember the numbers. I would have looked at my memory log every single time.
Well, and that's why it's there though. Like, and then it pauses when you go into memory log. So
yeah, but still,
I know what you
it's-
mean.
I'm not a complex enough brain of a human being to understand how to play this game well. But we had somebody else who did.
But I have now taken down my hood that I've had up for consecutive days in fear of this game. But that means we can move on. So if you guys enjoyed this, please leave a like, comment, or even subscribe to the channel. I highly recommend going and buying this game for yourself because
awesome.
we didn't see everything. We didn't figure out everything.
We didn't take every dialogue option. They were so long.
We didn't.
Well written, but long.
So well written, just very long-winded.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it so much, and I really think you should support them and purchase this game if you only play it for 20 minutes to see something new. Like, it was really well done.
Really well done.
Ring that bell to be notified whenever we upload because we're starting something new after this.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys next time.